Hey, Patty! How you been?
Excuse me, but may I ask who this is?
Hey, come on, you forgot a dear friend. It's me, Margaret. You know, your dear old childhood friend.
You got me stumped. I can't recall anybody by that name. I don't have a friend named Margaret.
Come on, stop kidding around. Think real hard. Margaret!
Yeah, I remember. I blocked you online. How did you access me anyways?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Why did you block me? I mean, we are friends, right? How could you block me? But I switched smartphones and got unblocked.
Huh? Are you serious? Don't tell me you don't know why you were blocked. As I recall, there was something about stealing my boyfriend from me. I blocked you because I never wanted to talk to you again. So, maybe you should get your own life and stop interfering in mine.
Huh? Are you still mad about that? Patty, I never took you for the hard-headed type.
So you called me to make fun of me, is that it? If you have nothing to say, gonna block you. Sorry. I'm pretty sure the Earth revolves around the sun and not you. Goodbye.
Hey, come on! Wait! I'm sorry. I contacted you because I wanted a favor.
A favor? You want a favor from me? You really got the nerve, asking me for a favor.
Come on, just hear me out. Well, guess what? I got married. It's all official as of yesterday. Submitted the forms at City Hall.
Oh yeah? I'm bursting with joy.
Guess who my new hubby is?
Let's see. Okay, I give up.
The correct answer is Daniel. Are you surprised? Say it. Surprised, right? Yeah, I know. Pretty shocked, huh? I mean, he was your ex-boo.
Oh yeah, that Danny, huh? You guys are still going out, I take it. I'm surprised it lasted so long.
Yeah, if you played it right, you'd be his wife. Too bad, huh? Sorry, didn't intend to walk down the aisle before you.
I'm okay with it. Do what you like. Besides, I really don't care what you guys do. To be honest, I'm relieved you guys are no longer a part of my life.
Come on, I can almost feel the envy oozing out of you. And FYI, Danny fell in love with me. It wasn't some fling.
What were you contacting me about? If you're just gonna yap all day, I don't have the time.
Come on, wait! I messaged you because we want you to come to our wedding.
Huh? Are you being serious? Who invites a husband's ex-girlfriend to their wedding? Is it happy hour over there?
I'm serious. I mean, you are my one and only childhood friend. Danny and I planned really hard for this wedding. I really want you there. Do you know how much he spent on our wedding preparations? $50,000. Can you believe it? And he was like, here, pay for it with this. And plop the cash on the table just like that. Don't you think that's awesome?
I'm head over heels happy for you.
I sent you an invitation, but I haven't received it yet. Did have RSVP on it. That's French for please reply. I've been waiting all this time for a reply.
I never got an invitation.
Well, I suppose you've always been a bit unorganized. Now it's time for the wedding, so I can't resend it. Just say you'll attend now and I'll take care of the rest.
I think I'll pass. Do you really think I would go?
Huh? Why not? Why won't you attend? You just said you don't care what we do. Come on, it'll be fun.
I said I don't care, but I don't have to like it. You do know that I know your folks as well as Danny's. If I attended, it would be awkward as hell. I don't want to go out of my way to feel uncomfortable, so forget about it.
Huh? Please, come on. You don't even have to bring a wedding gift. Just attend.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I said no. I wouldn't go even if you paid me.
A real friend you are. That's why you'll never marry. If you attend the wedding, I'll introduce you to a bunch of nice single guys. You don't want to be single all your life, do you?
Thanks for the words of wisdom. Anyway, I have a lot of work to do. Don't have the time. Also, too much of a hassle to go back to the States just for a wedding.
Back to the States? What do you mean?
I'm working overseas now. Got a new job a while back.
Huh? Seriously?
That's right. So I don't have the time or energy to attend the wedding. My husband's pretty busy around this time of year too.
Wait, Patty, are you married? When did this happen? Why didn't you say anything?
I'm sorry. Do I have to report everything to you?
Who is this husband of yours? What's he do? Is he foreign? What's his job?
I have zero obligation to tell you anything about my private affairs. What's it got to do with you anyway?
Come on, no harm in telling me. Or is it some guy you can't introduce? Fat and bald, something like that. Yeah, I remember guys like that always fell for you.
What's that supposed to mean? FYI, he's American. And I think you know him too.
Huh? Who?
I'm sure you know. Gary.
Huh? Gary? Gary? Our classmate Gary? Wasn't his father the CEO of that major corporation? That Gary? You got married to Gary? You're pranking me. I know it.
I'm serious. I guess we've been married going on 5 years now.
Wait. You know perfectly well that I had a crush on Gary for forever. Why are you, of all people, married to Gary?
When I worked at my other office, we had an opportunity to work together, and one thing led to another. I led the team that worked closely with Gary's company. We also lived nearby, met often for work, and eventually privately. Then, before we knew it, we were married.
That's not fair. Give it back.
Huh? Give what back?
Gary, he's always been my guy. Why is he with you?
Sorry, but he is definitely not your guy. Besides, you never even went out with him, as I recall. As a matter of fact, Gary said you were stalking him. Says he almost called the cops.
Hey, is Gary there with you? Let me talk to him, please. I'll convince him that I am the perfect girl for him. Please, let me just talk to him.
Sorry, he says he'll pass. Says he never liked your self-serving ways, especially your forcefulness. You really should take it down a notch. Besides, what do you plan to do even if you do convince him? Which would never happen, of course. We're both married. You are aware of that, right?
I'm going to marry Gary, and nobody can stop me. I am way better for him than you. I'll trade him for Danny. You take Danny and I'll marry Gary. Swap husbands.
Margaret, are you on drugs? Swap husbands? How's that even possible? I thought you guys fell in love.
No, I always loved Gary. He was the only one. I started going out with Danny because Gary just didn't seem interested in girls. So, what do you say we all get divorced and start over? Then we get married to our true loves. Come on, Patty. You always liked Danny. You can have him back, so please. You get back with Danny and I live happily ever after with Gary. Everybody's happy. Okay, when do we start?
Never going to happen. Everybody will just end up being miserable. The whole idea is totally preposterous. No way I'm getting back with him.
Why? Why did you do this? Why didn't you tell me you got married to Gary? You didn't even invite me to your wedding.
Why would I do such a stupid thing? Besides, we only invited family and close friends to our wedding. Nothing elaborate.
Oh yeah? Figures. One of those cheapo weddings, huh? Unlike you, we invited all our friends and relatives and spent close to $50,000. So there. A real extravagant wedding to say the least.
Oh yeah? Our after-wedding party was quite an event though. All our friends and office people showed up at the after-wedding part. Really was unforgettable. We had close to 1,000 people attend.
1,000? No way! How much did all that cost?
Nah, it wasn't that expensive. Probably covered the whole thing with monetary gifts. Everyone gave like 100 to 200 euros each.
But that's just an after-wedding get-together, right? The wedding is the important thing. Just a family and close friends. How cheesy. For me, we're gonna have an extravagant affair at one of the top hotels downtown. Limousine and all. How about you? Where'd you have the wedding?
Our wedding? We held it on Santorini Island in Greece. They say it's the most beautiful island in the world. The scenery. It was breathtaking. We only invited a small number of people, so we were really able to enjoy the scenery. Gotta say, it was the happiest day of my entire life.
What the hell is going on here? You, of all people, marry the love of my life. You have a wedding in Greece, for God's sake. Congratulated by all your friends and relatives. This is not happening.
To be honest, I really don't know what you want from us. Just enjoy it. An extravagant $50,000 wedding. Sounds great. Go for it. Life's too short. You should be happy. Wait. Is the reason for inviting me to the wedding you don't have enough people showing up? Didn't get many of those RSVPs back or something like that? Okay, I get it now. That's why you wanted us to attend.
That's not it. That's not it at all. A bunch of people's attending. Friends, people from the office, everyone.
Oh, really? Maybe I should attend. Check it out for myself. I'm curious about how many people are going to show up.
I changed my mind. I don't want you to attend. I've officially uninvited you. Stay away from my wedding.
Calm down. Don't worry, I never intended to go anyways. But I gotta say I was surprised Danny married you. You roped him in nicely, I'll give you that.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, he was a pretty well-known womanizer back in the day.
Huh?
When I was going out with him, he was always two-timing me. He was going out with 3 girls at one time. He loved those nightclubs, practically lived there. I got in his case about it a couple of times, but he wouldn't stop, drinking until the wee hours of the morning, spending money on bar girls. But you know all that, and you accepted him. You're such a kind and understanding person.
What's all this? I never heard that. Two-timing nightclubs, bar girls?
Huh? Don't tell me you didn't know. Oh golly, forget what I just said. I just made it all up. A joke.
Wait, no one told me. How could I forget that? You didn't make it up, did you? It's no joke, is it?
Hey, calm down. You'll change once you get married. Oh, you are married. Once you start your life together. I mean, don't worry. Everything will turn out okay, I think.
If he doesn't change, what do I do? No way I can go through with this. This is not happening. Why me? What did I do to deserve this?
Margaret, can I go now? My kids will be back from kindergarten soon, so...
Kids? Do you have kids too?
Yeah. The older one is 4 and the younger one is 2. I have to go pick them up. Gonna hang up, okay?
Why do you get to be so happy? This is totally unfair. This is total BS.
Okay, calm down. I'm really busy, so I'm gonna hang up now, okay? See ya. Have a good life with Danny. After that, I took this opportunity to block Margaret's line messages. I changed my cell phone number too, just in case. After a while, I got a call from my mother, who still knows those circle of friends. Apparently, Margaret forced Danny to admit his two-timing ways. But Margaret's forceful badgering didn't sit well with Danny, and the two ended up in a furious argument. Although newlyweds, their romantic honeymoon was short-lived. I hear they are currently separated. The wedding ceremony was postponed, but the cancellation fee they were forced to pay was pretty significant. I hear it's probably going to be an ugly, drawn-out divorce.
Karen, I am Mary. From today, I am your mother. Make sure you listen to me. I want you to be my daughter and live your life accordingly. First of all, we're going to have a parent-child meeting. I want you to show up at our house in the next 3 days. Our house meaning your father's house. You know where it is, right?
Excuse me? Who are you?
I'm your mother.
My mother died 2 years ago. I'm not interested in some kind of prank.
I'm not that mother. You know your father remarried, don't you?
That's news to me.
I'm the one who married your father. We had a beautiful wedding in Hawaii last week. We just got back from our honeymoon.
Oh.
After we enjoyed our honeymoon, I thought I'd do something nice to my new family, you know. I'm a kind and sensible wife, so I thought I'd give you, my husband's ex-wife's child, a nice life too.
I don't think a truly kind and sensible person would say that about herself. You don't seem to be able to communicate well. And I'm not interested in getting involved with your family, so goodbye.
I understand your confusion at this sudden turn of events. I get it. But don't worry, your biological mother has already passed away. So I, who married your biological father and became his wife, am automatically your mother. From now on, you can count on me like your real mother.
I don't want to.
What?
I just remembered. Aren't you Mary, the woman my father cheated on my mother with, who was the reason my parents divorced? I heard that when my father divorced my mother, he and the other woman broke up. That breakup was one of the conditions my mother offered in order to get divorced. So why are you married to my father?
Oh, you knew all that?
I never met you, but I knew the details of what had happened when things had settled down.
Well, I'm not going to hide anything from you, so I'll tell you. When I heard that your mother had passed away, I got back together with your father 6 months ago and we got married. I finally got the position of wife of the company president that I had always wanted. Since the person who made the offer is no longer with us, I'll do whatever I want.
I see. You're a prick, just like you used to be.
Huh?
I don't know which part of you is kind or sensible. I'm appalled to hear it. I don't consider you or my father family. I have no intention of getting along with you in the future. I don't want to get involved in your affairs, so please leave me alone. If you'll excuse me.
Well, wait a minute.
What do you want?
I'm not going to ask for your approval without offering you anything. You're single, aren't you? Poor thing. You must be so lonely. That's why I found you a wonderful husband.
What?
I'm telling you to show up at our house to meet your future husband. It seems you ran away from your parents' house after they divorced. But without your father's backing, you could only get an average boring man, right? That's why you're still single at your age, isn't it? Let me, the president's wife, solve that problem for you. I have a high income and a nice-looking man for you. You should be thankful.
No, thank you. Goodbye. Sis, can we chat right now? Something has happened. Karen? I'm on my lunch break, so we can chat. What's up? That scab dad? Marry that scab Mary. What? I got a text from her today. She says she found out about Mom's death and got back together with Dad 6 months ago. They got married a week ago. They went on their honeymoon and came back today. What? I guess that scab dad had my contact info on his phone, and that's how Mary found my number. Also, she said to me, "Your real mother has already passed away, and I married your biological father and became his wife, which automatically makes me your mother. From now on, you can depend on me like your real mother." Huh? Of course, I rejected her offer. These people are such pricks. I know, and she was saying some weird stuff. Weird stuff? Something about finding me a husband with high income. What? What the hell? She wants me to come to her house in the next 3 days to meet the man. I should ignore her, right? Of course. Besides, there's no way you're getting married now. It must be some kind of harassment. I know, right? But she did say something that bothered me a little. She told me that she felt sorry for me for being single at my age. Maybe it's not me the scumbag is talking about. That's possible. I'm curious too. I'll look into it. Karen, why don't you block the scumbag? She's annoying, right? But I'm afraid of blocking her and not knowing what she'll do. I think I'll just leave it like this and see what happens. Okay. Either way, you're just gonna ignore what scumbag says.
Karen, you don't want to come to the face-to-face meeting, do you? That's fine with me. I've already arranged your marriage. All you have to do is show up at the wedding venue on the day and everything will be set. This is my gift to you as your new mother. Take it gratefully. The first Sunday of next month is the wedding day, so be at the Starlight Hotel by 7 a.m. I will arrange the dress and the wedding venue on my end. It's a small ceremony for the two families only, but please don't be rude on the groom's family. You do realize that this is unacceptable? I could just barely tolerate you not coming to the wedding. But how dare you not come to the wedding? You do understand that without the bride, there can be no wedding, right? The groom and his family are already here. The wedding is about to start. What are you doing? Come to the wedding hall right now. Not only did you not show up at the designated time, you didn't even call me at all. Are you trying to disgrace me?
What? I'm not getting married.
Huh? What are you playing games with me? I've told you before. Don't you feel sorry for the groom?
You're still talking about that?
Of course I am. You're getting married today.
I don't have a boyfriend and I have no plans to get married.
You're getting married to someone your mother, decided for you.
Huh?
The man you're marrying to is 45 years old, but his family is very wealthy, so you'll be rich.
45 years old?
You may feel the age difference now, but after a certain number of years, you won't mind so much. And his face doesn't look that old for a 45-year-old. He doesn't even have a tan, and his skin is so beautiful that I envy him.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh no, I'm serious. I even have the marriage certificate ready.
If you're serious, please stop it.
Hey, Karen, listen to your mother.
What? Who says you're my mother?
I told you the other day. Now that your real mother has passed away, I, who married your real father, am automatically your mother.
Are you joking?
You're the one who's joking. Enough of this stubbornness. Accept it. I also told you that this marriage is a gift from me to you. If you don't have the backing, you'll never have the chance to marry a wealthy man. I found you a husband, and I'm going to give you the happiness of being a rich wife, you know. It's not polite to lash out at me like that, even if we weren't related as mother and daughter.
You scumbag.
Huh?
Don't act like you're my mother. You're a nuisance.
Scumbag?
You took advantage of my mother's death to get back together with my father. I don't want to be told about politeness by the rudest person like you. No one can be my mother other than my real mother.
That's nonsense. I've already decided who you're going to marry to. Now get your butt to the wedding. You're at an age where you're going to be an old hag anyway, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be rich when you marry this man. So it's really not that bad for you.
That's not the point. I'm not old enough to get married yet.
Huh?
Goodbye.
Don't talk nonsense. Oh well, I'm coming to pick you up now.
Sis, the scumbag lady seems to be trying to start the wedding on her own. And the husband she says she found for me is a 45-year-old man. That's too much.
He's a 45-year-old man, and he's a very complicated guy.
Did you find out anything on your side too?
Yup, I got in touch with a lawyer who helped Mom with a divorce. She knew Mom and Dad from when they were young, so I thought she might know about current Dad's situation. And my guess was right, she knew stuff. Now I have some idea of what's going on.
Tell me.
When I told her about the wedding, the first words out of her mouth were, "Oh, I thought today was the oldest daughter's wedding." That's what she said.
You mean your wedding, not mine?
Yeah.
I knew it. I thought Mary was estimating my age as quite high. She must have been mistaking me for the oldest daughter.
Well, I'm only 29 either, you know. I think it's too early for that old hag to be messing with me about my age.
I know, right? Anyway, didn't Dad think it was strange?
He's been on an overseas business trip for the past 5 months. The marriage proposal was brought up a month after that. It seems that Mary was in charge of the wedding and other arrangements. And by the way, Dad was supposed to attend the wedding today, but he got seriously injured on his business trip and had to cancel his attendance.
Things are so chaotic.
And then...
Oh, wait a minute. I just got a text from this scumbag.
Wow, seriously?
If there's anything else you were going to tell me, just keep typing and send it to me. I'll let her know if I need to.
Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm here to pick you up. Now get ready and come to the wedding. Remember, even though it's a small ceremony, you're keeping everyone waiting. Don't be selfish and accept the marriage.
Pick me up? Where are you picking me up from?
At your apartment in Avalon Town? Of course. Open the door.
That's the apartment my older sister and I used to live in. No mistake, but we've already moved out.
What? Your older sister? You're the eldest of 2 sisters, right?
No, I'm Karen, the second eldest.
Huh? Isn't the first daughter Karen and the second daughter Sarah?
It's the other way around. The eldest is Sarah, and I'm the second daughter, Karen.
You mean I remembered it wrong?
Did you get our names from my father?
Huh? Well, now that you mention it, when my husband talked about his daughters, he was saying my eldest daughter, blah blah blah, my second daughter, blah blah blah. So I don't think I've ever heard the names directly from him.
So I guess there must have been some kind of misunderstanding or assumptions. Well, I'm sure you got my number by snooping on my father's cell phone or some such devious means. I guess there was no one to correct your mistake.
What a surprise! Then call your old sister Sarah right now. Your sister is a lonely old single woman too, isn't she? I heard that after your parents divorced, you 2 sisters cheekily disobeyed your father and left home. How can such a cheeky woman who's approaching 30 get married? I've arranged everything for her, so tell her to come to the wedding now.
Sarah's already married.
Huh?
She got married 6 months ago and now lives on a remote island where her husband was born and raised.
What?
So you have to give up on having a wedding today.
Fine, then you can be the bride.
Huh?
Where are you? I'll pick you up right away. You'll get a marriage license right after the wedding today.
I'm only 15, you know.
What?
I'm a freshman in high school.
What?
I'm not old enough to get married yet by law, didn't you know?
Considering my husband's age, I thought you were older.
My sister and I are 14 years apart. After Sarah got married, I live in the high school dormitory.
Is that true?
Why don't you ask my father? I'm sure he'll remember how old his daughter is.
No way.
I mean, you've never talked about it with my father?
I wouldn't talk about his ex-wife's daughters unless I had to. I didn't even know the age of his first daughter until I was in the process of arranging the marriage.
You should have asked how old his second daughter was as well. Or maybe you should have asked the names of the first and second daughters first. After all, your plan was based on assumptions and misunderstandings.
Shut up.
Well, it's none of my business.
This is not good. What am I going to do then about today's wedding?
I'm sorry, but I'm about to board a ferry to a remote island where Sarah lives, so I'm afraid I won't be able to get a signal on my phone.
What? Hey, you don't have to get married right now. Just be the bride today. The thing is, your father's company is in financial trouble. The groom's parents are the only ones who can help him out of this crisis. That's why I need you to marry him.
I see. That's why you were trying to force the marriage. You said you wanted to do something for your daughter, something motherly, but in the end, it's all about self-interest, isn't it?
That's not true. I was doing it for your sake. You don't want your father's company to go bankrupt, do you? You know, when you inherit in the future, your share will be less.
As I recall, my late mother was the legal representative for me and my sister's disinheritance.
What?
My mother's family is rich. We don't need our scum father's inheritance. Well, goodbye now.
Hey, Karen. Can we have a barbecue for dinner tonight? I got some fresh shellfish and fish from the islanders earlier. I'm thinking of grilling them together.
That's great. I'm near the supermarket now. If we're having a barbecue, do you want me to buy some vegetables or something?
That would be great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it seems like Mom's lawyer contacted me this morning.
Oh, you mean about the wedding yesterday?
Yeah. I called her right back and she told me an interesting story.
Interesting story?
Apparently Dad's company is on the verge of bankruptcy after all.
So Mary was right.
And as a way out of the crisis, Mary offered her husband's oldest daughter to the son of the president of Dad's business partner, the 45-year-old shut-in son, and Dad was supposed to get financial support as a result of the marriage.
Wow. Oh, by the way, Mary said the man had nice skin for a 45-year-old. I guess it meant that he had no tan nor age spots because he's a shut-in man.
Maybe it meant that that's the only advantage he had.
That's not an advantage at all. That's too creepy. I mean, we both like healthy, macho guys, right?
That's right.
Your husband is a diving instructor.
He has a nice tan, doesn't he?
I can see he's your type.
Well, I don't need to talk about my husband right now. But even if I were single, I wouldn't want a 45-year-old shut-in man.
Me neither. There's no way you would agree to such an absurd marriage.
Maybe Mary thought that if I heard that Dad's company was going bankrupt, I would consent to it without a second thought.
Come to think of it, she was talking about inheritance when she was trying to persuade me. She's such a scumbag.
It's true, isn't it?
Oh.
Hmm?
Speak of the devil, I got a text from her.
Oh no, are you going to reply?
No way. I'm going to block her. My mother's lawyer told me through my sister what happened to the scumbag woman. She was blamed for making a false marriage proposal based on her own assumptions. The groom's family apparently made her pay a fee. It seems that the groom's family demanded that she pay for the wedding and the honeymoon that she had booked on her own. The amount of money was not that much, but my father's company was on the verge of bankruptcy, so she had a very hard time paying back the money. And just as she finally finished paying it back, my father's company went bankrupt. They were saddled with a large amount of debt, and their gorgeous lifestyle took a turn for the worse. They are now both working and living in extreme poverty.